Yeah, sometimes it hurts.
Yeah.
When some of it leaks up.
It just means so much, and it's unrealistic to me that you even in a space to have this conversation with me. There was a sermon that surfaced. The Shade Room had posted it.
You talking about which one? The Spit Hit the Fan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, So Fly was crazy, bro. I went from the sound man at that church to the lead pastor in about 4.5 years. We were doing 5 services. They was trying to kill me, Spence. Bro, we have given millions of dollars to North Tulsa.
Like just reading the comments sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever respond?
I never planned for this.
Yeah.
This was never the goal. This was the result of obeying what I felt I was called to do.
How did you feel about the narrative of people trying to paint of you leaving the north side?
Yeah, everybody should get this book.
Yeah.
Because Damaged But Not Destroyed is literally a playbook of how to go from trauma to triumph.
Hey yo, come through. Hey, yo, come through.
Yo, what's going down? It's your boy King Spence, and man, do I got a special guest in the building with me today. I want to just give him a brief little introduction before we dive into this unbelievable morning that we're about to have, okay? So the person that I'm here with today is heavy on the impossible. He heavy on the unimaginable, heavy on the unlikely, but God, right? This is the 3-time New York best-selling author.
Speak it.
New book just dropped. This is going to be the 3rd one.
Let's go.
The lead pastor of Tulsa's esteemed Transformation Church, a mega church built right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, from Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is a role model husband, a role model father, a producer, artist, and Tulsan, and so much more. With no further ado, I'd like to welcome Pastor Mike Todd.
King Spence, what it do, bro?
Man, how you doing, man?
Come through Tulsa, baby.
You in here.
Hey, dog, that was one of the best introductions I've ever had. But the truth of the matter is because everything you said, it was real. And I felt, the authenticity behind it, even before we got on the pod. And it's real love right here, right now.
Facts.
It's real love, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
Man, I appreciate you for being here.
What are
it
you
means
talking
so
about,
much.
bro?
Like,
the truth of the matter is, man, we've been going all over the world, all over the country, telling people about this new message, Damaged But Not Destroyed. And I was like, yo, I got to make sure that I come to the places where it matters. I got to come home to the 918. I'm born and raised right here in Tulsa, bro. So I hit my brother Brentum, and I was like, yo, where do I need to be able to let the people know in Tulsa what's going on?
Facts.
He said, there's only one place you need to go. Not Fox, not CBS, not NBC. He said, not Channel 6, not Channel 2. We could do all of them too. He said, but you got to come through Tulsa. So I'm just grateful to be here, bro.
I appreciate you being here, Mike.
Hey,
real talk.
Easy, bro.
And look, before we get into it, I just got to give you your roses, man. You are a huge inspiration to me. You mean so much just with who you are and what you've done, what you represent.
Thank you, bro.
Represent.
Hey, I like what you're doing right there.
You hear me? Like, yo, it just means so much, and it's unrealistic to me that you even in a space to have this conversation with me.
That's how God does it, bro. Things that look crazy, it's only crazy until it happens,
there you
bro.
go.
We here, bro.
Hey,
we going everywhere today.
Yeah.
We gonna get the people what they want.
Let's do it.
So wherever you want to start, wherever you want to go, let's make it happen, bro.
All right, so I want to start off here. When I was younger, in my youth, I remember attending Greenwood. And I saw you at least once that I can remember. And that was when it was So Fly. And I remember So Fly was like designer church. Like, if you was from Tulsa and you went to So Fly, you was like, you were in. You know what I mean? But now it being Transformation Church, which is like the designer church to our nation.
Wow.
I feel like. How did you go from there to here?
Bro, the truth of the matter is I never planned for this.
Yeah.
This was never the goal. This was the result of obeying what I felt I was called to do. And a lot of people are trying to get to a result like, that's where I want to be. Bro, I couldn't pray for this.
Yeah.
I couldn't have imagined it. And that's why I tell people all the time, like, purpose, it kind of looks like this. Either God shows you the path and not the mountaintop, or he shows you the mountaintop and not the path. So you have to trust him along the way.
Facts.
And a lot of people, they want to know the path and the mountaintop before they move. And I was like, nah, I don't know where this ends, but I do know the next thing in front of me. And so this whole journey for me has been a step of faith. Like, every time, all right, you want me to be a youth pastor? All right, I thought I was going to be a music producer. So what do that mean? Okay, stop doing music. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Show up for these youth. Be at their basketball games. Like, talk to them about sex. Talk to them about drugs. Talk to them about life. Talk to them about love. Like, and it's just one step at a time, bro. I had no idea it was going to end us up in impacting as many people by the grace of God that we get to impact around the world. Yeah. But I'm excited, bro, because I've never had to sell out or leave Tulsa.
That's facts.
Like,
still here.
I'm still here and ain't going nowhere.
That's dope.
Like, born and raised on Yale, right there on 26th and Yale, then 35th and Yale, and went to Edison High School. And for everybody that hating, forget you, but I went to Edison High School. And I mean, I played drums for Wayman Tisdale, a Tulsa legend. Like, everything from right here, and it just makes me know that, you know, everybody's trying to get to LA, New York, Atlanta, all that other stuff. Yeah. But God can do some special stuff if you take care of business right here at home. And so, So Fly was crazy, bro. Like, just trying to help people. And literally, I went from the sound man at that church to the lead pastor in about 4.5 years. How did that happen? I have no idea. But again, sometimes not trying to figure out how, but just doing what. Yeah. Like, a lot of people always want the how, but I just do what I'm supposed to do right then. Right. And that thing just keeps unfolding, man. So just grateful to even be a part of anybody's journey, their faith journey. And grateful to be here with you today, bro.
That's dope. Now, I'm listening to you, and one of the things I noticed you said was, like, you feel like you know that God told you to, you know, you wanted to be a musician. He said put that down and you be a pastor. What is it like what is it that you've been doing that you know that God is speaking to you? Because I know people who not tapped in for real might listen and be like, you know, what is that? But like, can you expand more on what that is?
Well, I believe that everybody that is created has a creator. Everything that is created has a creator. So these cameras, this microphone, this book, like, it all had a creator. Yeah. You can't tell me that the most complexly designed beings like humans, a creation, don't have a creator. Yeah. So if your iPhone has a creator, the creator has a purpose for it. And when you start talking to that creator, you find out the purpose for that thing. For me, I believe it's the same way with all of our lives. Yeah. Is that no matter if you believe it or not, it don't change the truth that God designed you for a purpose. Now, a lot of us spend a lot of time running from it, saying no to it, being like, that's not me, being ashamed of it because our crew and the people around us don't do that, or our families don't do that. But me, I just decided, like, I feel like my purpose is to impact people. Like, when I'm praying, when I'm meditating, when I'm reading the word, when I'm around people, the thing that makes me alive, the thing that makes me come alive, is like, I like helping people. Yeah. Like, I like seeing them go from what was potential to real life. Yeah. And how can I do that? Well, I could have done it a lot of ways, but then the Bible says, the steps of a good man are ordered by God. It also says that if you acknowledge God in all your ways, he will direct your path. And so I just was like, God, I don't know what I'm doing, but like, if I'm supposed to be doing something different, could you show me? Like, I acknowledge that I could be out here acting like I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm doing, so I just need you to help me. Yeah. And bro, it's been a whole bunch of God just directing my path. So a lot of people, like, if you're not fully tapped in, all I'm asking you to do is acknowledge God. Acknowledge it wasn't you who woke yourself up this morning. Acknowledge that the reason that you're where you at and you still alive is because God didn't let that bullet come into the car and kill you. It just acknowledge that, like, God is good and he's real and he'll start directing your path. I mean, the fact that we sitting here right now, this ain't something that you went after.
It's facts. It's
this
God.
Is something that came to you.
Facts.
But what would have happened if you wouldn't have had the studio set up? You wouldn't have bought the cameras. You wouldn't. The opportunity could have came, but you wouldn't have been ready for it. Yeah. So you've been acknowledging God, and he's directing your path, and then he bringing you to people. Yeah. Like, I'm on a national TV show 12 hours ago in New York City. I'm touched down. And I'm sitting on the couch and I'm Come Thru Tulsa.
It's crazy, Mike.
Until it happens.
It's crazy.
What I'm saying to you is that's how it happens.
Yeah.
Like, you do what you can do and then God does what you can't do.
Yeah.
And so for me, that's been my whole story, bro. That's why I be trying to tell people I'm not special.
Yeah.
I just listen.
It's dope.
Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people just don't listen. They feel, they get this thing and God be speaking, bro. Like, and people be like, they be saying, this how you know. They say stuff like this. Something told me.
Yeah.
They be like, oh man, I just had this weird feeling. Bro, that's God. Like, that's God. Like, don't go to the club tonight. Don't go to the club.
Yeah.
Don't go to. And sometimes we don't listen to that thing.
Yeah.
And when we don't listen to that thing, that's when bad stuff happens.
Yeah.
That's when we miss moments. That's when we miss our. I just listen, man, and I'm encouraging everybody, no matter what field you're in, no matter if it's fashion, tech, no matter if it's media, like, don't ignore that God thing on the inside of you, because the creation always has to listen to the creator.
Yeah, that's facts. Man, okay, that's game.
Hey, we in here.
Yeah. So another thing that you had said is that you were part of Wayman Tisdale's band. You played drums for him. What was it like?
Bro.
Like, what can you tell us about Wayman?
So the one thing, man, number one, that man put Tulsa on the map in a way that a lot of people had never done, especially anybody black.
Yeah.
Like, you talking about somebody who, OU legend, like, you talking about somebody who was on the Olympic team with Michael Jordan. You talking about somebody who literally played for the Sacramento Kings and the Phoenix Suns and all these other teams and made his mark in the NBA, then decided to switch careers and then become a superstar in smooth jazz and music, and still did it all from Tulsa.
Here. Right here.
Man, I mean, he was such an inspiration, and how we met, it was really cool. I was playing drums with this group called One Generation of Praise here in the city when I was like 15, 16, 17. And we did a song at this conference he was at. And he was like, who's that dude on the drums? And somebody told him, he was like, I gotta get young fella's number. He called me young fella. And from that moment on, he was like, I want you to come be my studio drummer. I was like, I'll do whatever you want me to do.
That's crazy.
And I was in the 11th grade at Edison. Every day after school, I would have my dad drop me off. His studio was from literally a mile up from here. I don't know if you knew that. It was on Mingo.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's Mingo, 41st and Mingo. So I would go from Edison, have my dad drop me off, and I would be there every day after school. And I would be learning. I mean, he had all of the equipment. He had all of the stuff before. I mean, Tiz was paid. So, like, you know what I'm saying? He had all the stuff. And so, like, man, I got to go in there and learn and play. And then he took me on tour with him. I went to the NBA All-Star game with him. Like, it was like, bro, it was the greatest learning experience. He taught me about money and finances and music. And he told me one of the things, he said, Mike, you got to understand that music is not black or white. It's green. And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, you make music for everybody. Don't just make hip hop and R&B, even though you good at it. Make country music. And then I watched him do it. He got songs with Toby Keith, and he got smooth jazz songs, and he got songs with Earth, Wind, and Fire. He got stuff with everybody, bro. And I got to see it up close and personal. And more than all that, he was a better father and a better husband, bro. And getting to see that, I told somebody the other day, it's hard to be what you don't see.
Yeah.
And that's why we got to have more examples and more role models in the place. But I got to see it up close, bro. And that dude impacted my life forever. He was the first person to take me on tour and get picked up in the airport in a limo. And like, and I'm 17, bro. Like, I'm in homeroom at Edison, and I leave school Thursday and Friday early to go on tour. And we flying to New York and DC and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
What Tiz did for me, what my parents did for me and what Tiz did for me is they exposed me.
Yeah.
And I think exposure is a big deal. Like, seeing outside of your realm of possibility. It unlocks something on the inside of me that maybe be like, anything is possible.
Yeah.
And so if anybody's listening out there, you need to get exposed to something. Go somewhere you feel uncomfortable. Go somewhere you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, see some stuff that's bigger than you.
Yeah.
Like, I love being in Tulsa, and I love bringing everything that God has given me back to Tulsa, but I also love going and being exposed outside of Tulsa. There's a huge world out here. And if you can actually get a glimpse of it, all that God's created, all the different people, all the different thought processes, then bring it back here, it changes everything, bro.
Thanks.
And so, yeah, dog, Tiz was probably top 4 impactful people in my entire life. And I'm grateful for him and Mama Regina, the whole Tisdale tribe. Like, Tulsa is better because of them.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. All right, so I want to talk about the book, but before we get into the book, I wanted to ask you some stuff that, just kind of be surfacing heavy on the net. And
go.
So one of the first things is it's kind of old, but it's Tulsa, so it's still alive in Tulsa. Whereas I remember it was almost like it got national press at one point. But when you went from Greenwood to the Spirit Bank Event Center, I feel like it was a lot of criticism. And I just wanted to ask you, how did you feel about the narrative of people trying to paint of you leaving the North Side?
Yeah. So the big thing that I realized is that anytime you do anything that is bigger than what has been seen, or it feels like it's alienating somebody, they can take it negative. But the truth of the matter is there was nowhere for us to be able to facilitate our services in North Tulsa. We looked, we tried, we tried to buy stuff. We tried to do we were doing 5 services. They were trying to kill me, Spence. We was doing 5 services on Sunday, bro. By the last service, I don't even know what I was saying, bro. Like, that would be like somebody playing 5 NBA basketball games in one day. Yeah. Like, we couldn't do anything. People were coming from all over the city. Yeah. And we tried to buy stuff. We tried to build stuff. They said it was going to take 3 years to build stuff. It was just all of this stuff. And it was like, the truth of the matter is more than all of that. God had given me a word. Yeah. He told me the Spirit Bank Event Center is going to be your church. Yeah. And so when you know something, you can't listen to people who don't know nothing. And when I say that, they don't know about your purpose and what you were designed to do. We decided, even if the physical location moves, our presence will never move. Bro, we have given millions of dollars to North Tulsa since we left North Tulsa. And when I say left North Tulsa, that's just where we have church on Sunday. Yeah. Like, that's not our presence left. I still lived out there. Yeah. I still have a house in North Tulsa right now. Like, like we still own the building right now. We still pay property tax in North Tulsa right now. Like, we didn't leave anything. We just had to facilitate the vision. And so I think that's a cool thing that people can see now, is that we have gone into an area where they usually don't want people like us. And we've been able to represent there. Yeah. We went into the second highest rent district in Tulsa, Utica Square being the first one, where we at the second, we bought the whole block.
It's crazy.
Now, what are we talking about here? We own the land that Chick-fil-A sit on. What are we talking about?
And you from Tulsa?
I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma, bro. I'm right here with you. Like, I went to Edison High School. You hear what I'm saying? Like, and so many times we get distracted on what should be celebrated because, we lose focus of the bigger picture. Yeah. And the bigger picture is in a city where they told us we couldn't leave the railroad tracks. Yeah. Now we coming over the railroad tracks and buying up the biggest buildings in the city so that we can do more for our community. Yeah. I just think at the same time, that's why you got to be focused on your purpose and what you're supposed to do, and then give back and be generous as God tells you to, bro.
Okay, this game. So it was one other heavy point
there's
that I wanted
10
to
other,
ask.
bro. Let's just go. Whatever you want to talk about, let's do it.
I've actually caught myself in situations where I've had to literally power off my phone from the scrutiny and criticism that you've received, like just reading the comments sometimes. And I wanted to ask you, do you ever respond?
No.
Like, never?
Why?
Yeah.
That would be like me being in an airplane at 30,000 feet. Yeah. And then dropping the whole airplane so that I can fly at the same place that doves fly. Yeah. I can't. Yeah. I'm not going to reach my destination. Yeah. You think LeBron James responds to every comment and I'm not LeBron James, but I'm just saying, like, my man is doing something great. Yeah. He could not practice on his craft, get better, and do the things he needs to do if he had to come down and respond to every critic. People make whole careers off of commenting on what they could never do about him. Like, and so, yeah, sometimes it hurts when some of it leaks up. But like, I'm not down in the comments like, oh God, look what they said about like, bro, because the truth of the matter is most people never do anything great enough to get commented about.
That's deep.
So the goal should be to really be trying to move into a level of impact, influence, as well as value, helping people, that somebody could comment about what you do.
Yeah.
And you know, everybody has an opinion.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm also teachable. And I do take criticism or critique from people who I know the intention is to make me better.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not perfect at all, bro. I believe in progression, not perfection. There is nothing in me that I'm 36 years old, bro, and I do a lot. Like, and I have to get on my knees every day and ask God for wisdom.
Yeah.
Bro, I lead organizations with hundreds of people. I have business partnerships worth millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I'm a dad.
Yeah.
I have a special needs son. Like, there's all kinds of stuff that's going on. I need wisdom. So I'm teachable, bro.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is some people don't want to help. They just want to tear it down.
Yeah.
And I think that's something in Tulsa that we gotta get out of, period. And as a black community.
Yeah.
Like, ain't too many other black people in our city doing what God's allowed me to do right now.
Yeah.
Like, but the same truth of the matter is, like, we should be trying to make sure we don't fall. As opposed to helping tear it down.
Right.
And so, man, that's why my mission is always love. My mission is always getting better, progression, not perfection.
There you go.
Just trying to make it happen. And yeah, man, the comments is gonna keep coming because we're gonna keep making impact, bro.
Okay, so the last thing that I want to ask you is there was a sermon that surfaced. The Shade Room had posted it.
You talking about which one? The spit hit the fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, when the spit hit the fan. Yeah, dog.
I mean, I want to know, like, how do you deal with the criticism that you get from, like, your peers?
Yeah.
Like talk to me, Mike. Like, how does that feel?
So the truth of the matter is, bro, I'm human.
Yeah.
So when you feel it, it's like, dang, that's messed up. I thought you loved me. Like, I thought we was all, I thought you would at least text me, call me. But sometimes feel it as a stepping stone to try to get whatever they want to get out. So, okay, cool. But the truth of the matter is, man, what I did, that was the third time of me doing it. So that wasn't the first time. And this opportunity was so beautiful because even though it sucked, it taught me so much.
Yeah.
I didn't know our platform was that big.
Yeah.
I'm here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I thought everybody knew what we was doing. Like, I thought, you know what I said, this was a family affair. It was the first time I realized that there were people that were watching that didn't know the heart of it and didn't have a good intention for us.
Yeah.
And so it, like, let me know, oh, okay, I'm not just with fam.
Yeah.
I have people around here who actually got bullets and darts. Cool. The other thing is me doing that example is actually what Jesus did.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't being like extra.
Yeah.
That was the actual example in the Bible. And for me, I grew up in church. You grew up in church. Like, half the time in church, you're just trying to stay awake because they wasn't talking to us. There was nothing happening. Like, and so when God called me to be a pastor, I was like, yo, I'm actually going to try to do this and make it something that I would have needed. I needed somebody to be real with me. I needed it to come alive. And so we did that. And once I did that example, people just took, TMZ, CNN, all the other stuff.
Yeah.
The crazy thing, Spence, is just a few months earlier, we gave away $8 million. And nobody wrote one story about it.
That's crazy, right?
Not one. Not local. 8. I didn't say 8,000, bro. $8 million.
Yeah.
We paid off people's car loans, their tuition. We paid off their medical bills. We bought people houses.
Yeah.
We did all of this stuff. Crickets.
It's crazy. Are you used to that?
It's sad. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad that we be like, nobody does nothing for the community. Nobody da-da-da-da. And then you do it to the tune of $8 million.
Yeah.
And nobody says nothing.
Yeah.
Hit the spit, hit the fan.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's the culture we live in. And somebody asked me, do you wish it wouldn't have happened? And after a lot of therapy, a lot of community, a lot of this, and you'll find all of this out in the book, Damaged but Not Destroyed. But after all of that, I said, no, I'm glad it happened, because the man that I am on the other side of going through all of that is so much better than the man I was before. Yeah. This life, again, is about progression. It's about moving forward. And a lot of times the best version of you comes after a hard time.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's why, bro, I am so excited about all the things I get to do, because I never want what I'm doing to be a distraction to the message. Yeah. But I do want to help people get it. You know what I'm saying? There you go. And so, yeah, bro, that was a next level situation. But I've grown from it, I've learned from it, and I'm grateful to still be impacting people.
Yeah, that's awesome. And obviously, we could talk so much more about that, but I want to talk about your book, Damaged but Not Destroyed.
Yes, sir.
First, I got to clap it up for you one
time. Hey, all right, thank you, bro.
Third time New York bestseller.
Hey, man, he keeps saying that. He called it. If we get the New York Times bestseller, it's Spence. Spence called it.
I'm calling it right now.
Hey, that means everybody that's watching got to go pick up the book. Go to Target, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, grab it.
And I'm trying to snatch all three of these.
All right, bro. All right, let's go.
You hear me? Seriously.
Let's go.
But I want to know what inspired the message behind this book.
Yeah, the truth of the matter is, man, so many people are hurting right now, broken right now, especially after the pandemic. They've lost stuff, whether it be physical things, people in their life, loved ones, or even their confidence. Yeah. Like people have just, and I think that people feel like the damage has disqualified them. And I'm here to tell them it hasn't. That no matter how damaged you are, you're not destroyed. That there's still value on the inside of you, and that you can go from trauma to triumph. And so I share real stories, man. I'm not holding nothing back. Like 6 pages in, and you like, oh shoot, like, okay, we going there. Like, because at the end of the day, bro, like, I truly believe God can't heal what you won't reveal. Right. Like, if you need to get healed in your ankle, but you keep going to the doctor talking about your ear, he looking at your ear, there's nothing wrong with your ear, like, got all the medicine to fix it, but you not pointing at the real issue. Yeah. So many people ain't pointing at the real issue. It's really insecurity that got you out here being all puffed up. Yeah. It's really actually the thought of rejection that makes you not even go for stuff, because you actually had the ability to do it, but you just won't because you don't want to be rejected. Yeah. We want to deal with the real issues, bro. And so I put it all out there, and then I give you tools, and I'm your coach to help you understand, like, yo, we don't have to stay here. Yeah. We can actually go to a whole nother place. Yeah. And I honestly think it's my most valuable offering to the world, because it's going to help people heal, bro.
So I'm aware that you use this acronym HUSH, H-U-S-H, in the book. Can you expand? Like, I know what it means, but can you expand more on what that means?
But when you tell, first off, it just means hush. Shut up.
Right.
Like, the truth of the matter is, so many times we're so busy trying to, like, grind, hustle, finesse, make it happen, that we don't even listen to what's really going on the inside of us. Like, we trying, just calm down, hush. And I believe that means we need to hear God. And then that's the H. And then you need to understand progressively. Like you need to be like, yo, is this, why am I feeling like this? Oh, okay, this may be from Nick. Like, you need to understand. And then you need to share intimately with somebody. So a lot of people are going through things and they're not sharing nothing. Yeah. But the truth of the matter is, it wasn't meant to stay in you. It's got to get up out of you. And a lot of people don't feel safe to do that. I just did a message this past Sunday called Snitches Get Stitches. And really trying to take the fear out of that idea that if you're honest about where you really are right now, somehow it's going to cause you harm. The truth of the matter is, the Bible says the exact opposite. If you're honest about where you are, that's what attracts God to you, and he heals you up. He stitches you up. So snitches really do get stitches. Everybody should go check that out on YouTube. But the truth of the matter is, when you hear God, when you understand progressively, when you share intimately, and then you get to the heart of the matter, that's the H, the heart of the matter, then you can actually begin to see what's really going on in you. Some people have been living 25 years, 35 years, can't even put a pinpoint on why they're so angry. You should just stop. Hush. And let God remind you of where that pain came from. Because then if we can acknowledge the pain, then the pain can get healed, and then it can become your platform. The only reason I'm here today is because every pain that I've had has now become my platform.
Yeah. So I understand we're running out of time, but I got one more question relating to the book. So I'm entering into my 30s.
Let's go.
Yeah, thank God, right? And it's a lot of things that, I understand is wrong with me that I try to fix, whether it be emotionally, spiritually, physically, and financially even. Yeah. And I understand that all of this comes from a place. And I know in the book you talk about generational curses. So I want to know, like, can you tell us more about how your book will help us to kill generational curses and how real they are?
So the truth of the matter is, I like the terms more than generational curses. I like generational patterns. Because somebody can actually change it, but somebody's gonna have to step up and do that. So this book is gonna help you cancel generational patterns and generational habits. Like, it just passes on. The Bible talks about it the sins of the father transferred 3 and 4 generations. Well, that means the blessings of the father can transfer 3 or 4 generations too. So this is what I'm asking everybody to understand. What's not transformed in you is transferred. If you don't take this time to get into theology and therapy, to actually do both, we need to pray and we need to go see a practice. We need to be in community, but we need to also have counselors. We need to worship God, but we need to do the work too. Like, when you do both of those, boy, you become dangerous to anxiety. I don't gotta pop pills and smoke to have peace. I can actually have peace. Like, all of these things are things that can actually come, but we gotta face the real issues. And that's why in this book, I dedicated this book to my grandchildren. And the reason that's crazy is because my oldest daughter is 10 and she ain't got no children. But the Bible says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And I think that, yes, that's cars and houses and money, but I think it also is emotional health. What if us as black men left our children emotionally healthy and gave them playbooks to actually deal with their emotions and their anger and how to deal with people leaving their lives and deal with being disappointed? What if we could do that? We, number one, would have less killings. We would be more unified, and we would be able to be a generation of black men that actually change the narrative. That's where we break generational curses, habits, and patterns, by becoming what we did not have. And that's why everybody should get this book. Because Damaged But Not Destroyed is literally a playbook of how to go from trauma to triumph.
Man, that's game, Mike.
Bro,
that's game, Mike.
I done came through.
Yeah, you have. That's dope. And I definitely got to get this. I got my relationship goals over there.
Hey, I'm signing. Throw it over here. I'm signing the book right now. Somebody get me a Sharpie. Come on, throw it. Bam. I need come on, everything coming from everywhere. This is your copy
dope.
for real.
Yeah. Me and my fiance, we both read this
Come
book,
on, fiance.
Yeah, we've been working on it for a while, but
bro,
we doing our thing. But I really appreciate you. And Mike, I understand you're a very busy man and you got to get out of here. But if it's anything that I want to tell y'all, anybody who watched this, make sure y'all go get the new book, Damaged But Not Destroyed. Follow Pastor Mike at I Am Mike Todd.
Yes, sir.
On Instagram, on everything.
This you, baby. Hey, look at that tease. That's a good tease right there.
We in there?
Hey, I got to share one more thing real quick.
Okay, yes.
Yo, the back of this book is fire, okay? And the reason I say it's fire is because this is a picture of the damage. This actually is me, my 4 brothers, my dad, and my son in one picture. And this picture represents look at it, bro. Look at it. This represents that if you don't deal with your damage, it affects every person that you actually love. And it will transfer to my son if I don't deal with it. And I just thought this is a cool representation. If you can't figure out why to deal with your damage, at least do it for the people that you say you love.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You might be damaged, but you're not destroyed.
That's right. Well, anything else you want to say for
Bro, I love Tulsa, bro.
Yeah.
I love the 918. I'm proud of you.
Thank
bro,
you.
What you're doing, what your family's doing, what Come Thru Tulsa is doing, I believe that this is going to be something that's huge. That's why I told you, bro, I was on all national media yesterday, flew in, touchdown, and I'm coming to touch real places in my city because I believe in this city. 918, I believe in progression, not perfection. I'm grateful for your faith, your crazy faith.
Salute.
To start what a lot of people wouldn't start. They would just take this and go to Atlanta and try to be another.
Yeah.
And you trying to stay in Tulsa and do something really special, bro. So I salute you. I salute the whole squad, and I'm grateful to be able to link with people who trying to just represent, baby. That's it. Love you, man.
Love you too, man. Well, hey, y'all, that's it. Make sure y'all go follow. We out.
Easy, bro.
That's crazy, Mike.
Oh, man, until it happens, dog.
Hey, yo, what's going down? It's your boy King Spence, and I just wanted to let you know that if you like the content that you've been seeing and you want to become a part of it or you want to start your own podcast, call me. I want to help you. My number is 918-951-8236. Call me right now. All right, see you later.